is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they thank him as they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
So I know we talked about education, but something that rose in the education and finance.
It came up because sometimes education leads to finance, yeah, career finance. But yeah, so it kind of was dealt with. The finance was kind of dealt with.
Yeah, because
is there anything else in finance that might be a problem that we might have to look out for? Difference in financial gain. What is the? We know that money is tricky, and money, you know, especially among. Remember, flip it. Remember, make it be all right. Make it be very direct. The man earning less, and is bred to be, groomed to be the breadwinner of a family. And here is he not being able to honor that grooming and that belief and that tradition and that culture. It can be depressing if you are sold to that culture and that practice. It can be very depressing. And when it becomes depressing, it can be any card can play after that. So it would be very important for if a man is not at that place for whatever reason, bankruptcy, business belly up, you either have it one day and have it again, redundancy, or just run a bad luck, or something. You're in the position where you're not earning as you thought you would, and you're not the breadwinner again. Would you say counseling is a good place to, sort out the headspace to say that you have misplaced values, you're still valuable, you're still worthy, you're still important in the relationship. The money wasn't, the earning power wasn't the important thing for your existence in the relationship. There was other aspect of you. Focus on those other aspects, until your earning power becomes what you're accustomed to. But sometimes we make the money be the be all and the end all. And when we lose that now, we think we lose everything. We lose ourselves. So counseling would work. I would advise that if you can't figure it out by yourself and you find yourself in that space,
you need counseling.
Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody where you think can guide you, more than what you can guide yourself. That's what I would say.
And listen, you can always start. There's nothing wrong with starting over now. There's nothing wrong rebuilding what you have lost. That some people like things the easy way.
Or changing course,
Or that too.
Yeah. Or even changing what when we're growing up, I would start work, I would start doing a career, grab goals. And we want this type of house, we want a house with a family, we want to start a family, we want to secure that, a roof over the people of head, we want a car, we want this, we want that. And sometimes when financially you're in a different situation, you might have some of those things already. So your goals are not necessarily the same. And because they're not necessarily the same, you don't need to have stress and I work 3 jobs, and I this and I that. You understand me? So starting out, you can change your perspective and say, I am not the same age. I am not in the same situation. I don't have the same goals. So it's not about lowering a standard, it's being realistic. Understand me? And when you reach that place where you're more realistic and say, you know what? Me attain some of the things that when me hustling. And sometimes you hustle till you ignore your family. You know, just for achieve for your family, you ignore them. And sometimes the kids are not even care about money.
And that's why your time.
That's why your time. And you're just always busy. This is an opportunity for me to just change course, maintain, get something to maintain what I have, and give myself more time for my family. And you win.
Yeah.
You win. So the finance is not the end and be all of everything. It's just how you play the game and play and put things in perspective. Get your counseling. If you can't manage by your own, and
get your priorities right.
Yeah. Restart the card. Restart. Shuffle the card, the deck. Yeah, the old deck where you play with for the last 20 years, 25 years.
Bring it away.
The new situation calls if you shuffle it. Yeah, man. So that's his finance because we did touch on other aspect of it before. Where you want to jump on?
Class and status.
Uptown, downtown, midtown. Where do I get to you should aspire for there with a girl uptown. Uptown Browning. You look at half Syrian, where father own half a downtown. You don't know no title. You don't know the only paper in your yard are bird paper. The only paper you know about are bird paper. You don't know what title.
What about
a bicycle at the carry title.
What about Tom Tavar? Well, I might be straying from the point. I was going to mention Tom's daughter, who got involved with Dog Paw. The gunman that they freed recently.
Yeah.
She had a child for him. She's a quintessential uptown girl. Her father's a big-time lawyer, brother lawyer. Her father's a Queen's Counsel.
And she's the daughter of Britney.
I think she is.
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think her name is Cindy. Is that her name?
Cindy. She's supposed to be Cindy's daughter. Yeah, Cindy Berksley. Former Mr. Jamaica, Junior Gang mother. Yeah.
But I think that's her name.
Her name is Cindy too? Is that my mother's name?
I'm going to look it up.
What we think about that? It happens. Through association. I can see that happening through association.
Association. But the association might not be a father. So she met him while attending UWI. And he lived in up there, Papine Augustine area.
Yeah.
And she probably became fascinated because her father represents a lot of criminals. And she is this uptown girl whose article.
Her father had that demeanor. It's an article.
Yeah. Well, he does. But there's a mindset where she's a rude girl.
So she was exposed to in her environment at times based off of the father's career. Maybe. So she feel comfortable around that type of space. She wasn't intimidated. She has seen a lot of that type, rude boy type. And probably fascinated as a child growing up, as a teen,
So let me correct myself. Her name is Leah.
Her mother is Sydney.
Her mother is Cindy Breakspear.
Yeah,
Her brother is Damian Marley.
yeah. And her baby father is Dagpa.
Dapa.
For those who don't know Dagpa, everybody, everybody attack apart from Dagpa. Dagpa was just released from prison based off an appeal, based off technicalities in the lower court. So it was overruled by the appeal court, and he's now back on the road. What was he in for? Murder, gun runnings, and he's said to be one of the present notorious Jamaican gun handler. So just a background of that.
It gets even better. They're saying, you know, she's involved with our friend Javelani. Or your friend Javelani.
Yeah, my friend Javelani. I get it. Yeah, my friend Javelani. Yeah.
Apparently, she has this child. And this was published June 6, 2020.
So there's a pattern there.
So what happened is that Javelani a father, question mark. Leah Tavares finds a tagged dancehall DJ in photo of newborn on IG.
What tagging them kind of just virgin?
No, they're together.
Oh.
It was revealed when Dark Power was released, and she made that statement.
Mm.
And the caption read, my friend, "Hi Daddy at Javelani."
Okay. Okay. I get that. So I can see her I growing up in my 20s, I have a friend, school friend, female, high school friend that have a niece that is a little bit younger than her. And when the niece was like high school, she went to early childhood. She started out with an entertainer. Now the niece and the family where the niece comes from is a more upper class, mid to upper class type of family setting. And this DJ can't even read. Trust me, couldn't read.
Yeah.
A lot of Jamaican, I'm not going to mention him name, but a lot of Jamaican that is not a reader.
Big name.
Yeah, man, big name. Big name. I come from, that name there come from 80s. And it's still relevant today.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The last time I saw him perform, he's not as big as now, but as then, but he was one of the performers at even Buju show. Long walk.
Okay.
Yeah. So him have some relevance and some pull still, even no, but the family couldn't understand. She catch up on the bike back and him pick her up and gone, and I said, I never child like this. Because she was going, when she leave all the child, she was going to teachers college right after that. And them couldn't understand it. What do they have in common? So I got brought into the conversation. And I said, some class, upper class, mid class, upper class, or upper mid class. Jamaica, middle class, very, very huge.
Right.
Within middle class, about upper class.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Have middle, lower middle, and upper middle. And some of them are fascinated, especially the females are fascinated with certain type risky behavior, edginess,
Yeah.
it some type of sexiness and to the relationship, and I guess they will be never they're not gonna bored. So move along and me link the aunt. I'm say, oh, that the relationship will turn up with your niece and that entertainer. She said, and one day the girl does just wake up and say, what may I do?
Oh, may I do?
What may I do? What may I do? What in for? Someone said, just so
She realized there's no future.
them cannot see eye to eye. You see the communication part? It was our biggest problem. Him not understand. No matter how she twist it and turn it and carry it down, him never understand.
The mother sense of reasoning. So it's likely
No.
hitting her head against a brick wall.
Yes. And she just get frustrated and say. And so sometimes they realize long time, but through the parents and not them can jar it out.
Yeah. Can't prove to the parents them wrong,
Yeah, make believe set that word. And she just get up and say, when for? And she just get rid of him and move on and married now. She's in
kids and Ray.
But it's totally different relationship now she get involved with than that. Totally. She does outgrow it, I would say. Just outgrow it. Just frustrated at it and just outgrow it and move on. Yeah. So some of that happen. Some stick it around and come in a relationship where start up like that and it still exists today.
Mm-hmm.
Where yeah. And it's both ways.
And some people stick it out just to prove a point too. And some people stick it out because it's real.
Yeah. Because they have something that's just different. It's the Bobby Brown Whitney Houston thing. People say two different class. Bobby's classless. Bobby not to put Bobby in a class. And I think the world I was reading and looking at some videos and even Red Table for there with Bobby Brown. The world owed Bobby Brown an apology because everybody was so sure that Bobby put it on drugs, hard drugs. And Bobby said the first time him see her do it is the wedding day. When him see her before the wedding, she was, and her brother came and Oprah show. I admit that Whitney had taken cocaine long before she meet Bobby Brown. But nobody said nothing because Bobby Brown was a good excuse, a good beat stick.
Right. Yeah. Almost him. Whitney had this pure and clean image.
And we didn't know, we didn't tell her, said no good. She introduced cocaine to him and not the other way around.
You said that?
Yeah, man. He was a weed man and a alcohol man,
Okay. Yeah, we know that.
Until them start doing hard drugs together. He's now 18 years clean of hard drugs and only probably over a year, going 2 years of alcohol. Cause even him come off hard drugs, he was doing alcohol.
So he quit. He quit before Whitney died.
Apparently.
And he couldn't drag her with him.
No, he couldn't drag her out.
I mean, you have to want to change, though.
Yeah.
You have to.
You remember our situation got so bad that even our supplier came out and said, nah, get no more. Because the level, he don't want our money anymore. He don't want our money anymore. Because now him start feel guilty, say, him destroy her.
A drug dealer with a conscience.
With a conscience. Check long, but eventually him does. Because remember now, apart from being a client, I'm a singer. So there was a dilemma there,
I know, so the other day, I thought of her what was I doing? Oh, I think I was adding some of her songs to my um to my playlist on Spotify, right? And I thought of her and I was like, man, what a waste. Then I thought of her daughter and I was like, that's even
You know, so,
sadder.
you know, so Bobby lose his son to drugs also.
Yeah. Son, wife, daughter.
Yep.
I think she died the same was that the
Same way,
same day as her mother?
same date.
I think so. They
I
had
know this.
something similar.
I know it's a copycat death in the bathtub overdose in the bathtub. It's the same thing. That's the similarity that I know of. In the bathtub overdose. And Bobby believed that it's
The
the
boyfriend.
the adopted son, boyfriend that did both of them. Him not approve, but him thinks him did. Because he's now dead too.
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Of an overdose too. So in that whole little connection, boy, a poor overdose. Strange. But class can be tricky because the upper class can taint a lower class value because the lower class person can come in a relationship with more value and the upper class person don't have no value and they destroy the person from the lower class totally. And it can be the other way around where the person from the lower class don't have no value and destroy the person from the upper class. So it there's no direction and it can work if both of you have values, similar values. It can work. Can
Yeah.
work.
So I stand corrected. As you said, they died similar circumstances, but not the same day.
No, it's just I think it was a copycat death.
She
You
died
know,
July the 26th, 2015.
but overall, what you think about class and status? Somebody have is note is
It's
celebrity, a celebrity, and your spouse is an so an ordinary person. And in society, it's pressure, especially if you're a celebrity, the status part.
it's hard because people out there gonna think, oh, she get married to him because of money, or he can get married to her because of her money. You know,
What you bring into the relationship.
yeah.
You ask about
What do you
finance.
have to, what do you have to offer?
Hmm. Hmm.
That part is truly difficult.
But it's more speculative because it's not the relationship they have not necessarily built for anything financial. You
Well,
know.
people always say married within a class.
What you say?
I mean, say
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Okay. Okay.
Right? I don't agree with that.
So just like race,
It's
Malatas no need to marry the married Malatas in Jamaica settings where the upper class people are mostly Malatas. Although you have black people in there now, but um, a lot of the Malatas are in the top 7 um, rich people and controlling people in the Jamaica are the top 8, but one
I,
mostly.
I
And
just
therefore,
think I just think you're gonna have to work really, really hard when you fall within class and status to prove yourself.
mm,
And it depends on your wife as well, or your husband. How strong are they to stand up to
the pressure,
the pressure?
outside pressure, yeah.
To
Because
back you.
sometimes it's outside pressure put dent into the relationship and even make them start question themselves.
Yeah.
they were perfectly fine until them start listen. It's attention you pay to, you know, because I see them do it. I see them do it to Usain Bolt, where him about when him late teens have a dark girl, ordinary girlfriend for Yui, and since him start run fast and start make money, people are say happy Browning, happy class girl him start deal with and the thing. As if the lower class and the ordinary girl not worthy
Right.
of him wealth, and people say pressure the man.
Find a black woman.
Him have to find a black woman for prove so what? Him genuinely love.
It's the same thing with athletes. Same thing with athletes. Same thing with successful black men. If you find a sister.
But I talk about successful athletes, black men, black male athlete. Is it overstated or is really a trend where them high school sweetheart or them college sweetheart, them get married, them black, similar background, then them get successful, divorce, and married a white person?
It happens, but I don't know what the statistics is or the percentage. I really don't know. Is it a minority? Is it a majority? I really don't know. I've never.
Whenever I look at the stats, right? But one of the things I hear what cause it, black sisters are too hard to deal with.
Yeah, I mean, and it could be,
personality wise.
It could be an excuse that they use, which is unfair excuse that they use. I don't know how true that statement is, but that's what they say.
But it boils down to that if the stats show that there's a high rate of that switch, is either that is true that them black women are hard to deal with, or the black man just want a trophy wife and him see the trophy wife in that Babydal looking person.
That could be what it really is, now. Could be as that slavery mentality.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that could be what it is. You're uncomfortable with your own kind. They want a white woman by your arms.
No matter
trophy wife there.
No matter how much a trophy wife them earth Tiger Woods, he will always choose a trophy wife.
Yeah, he's not really black anyway.
Why? The rule of black. No, the rule of black apply to him. No matter what him say, no. The rule of black to the scientists. Once you have one drop of black blood in you, you are black. You can't be nothing else.
No. He's black, but he's not in the way there.
No, because when people say put him in that class as a black man, I always stop them. Well, they usually stop them back then and say, no, he's Asian. And he always push the Asian. Yeah. So he never want to be labeled as black. You know. So
you're black, man, you're black. Just accept it.
The minute him accept that, you know, at the minute him can look on a black woman as a spouse.
Yeah.
But otherwise, him can't do it.
He cannot do it. I know a lot of Asian people are racist.
Mm.
You know, even Indian don't see themselves as black.
Yeah, man said this to India. You know. India is one of those countries. I was looking at we are kind of mix up the thing, but the corona outbreak in India, and I was talking to my son and I said, what is happening in India? And I said, India is a tale of two countries, and it's always been that way. The clear Indians, yeah, they're educated, they live well, everything good. And the dark Indians live in absolute poverty.
Slums.
Night and day.
Slums, while the rich Indians live behind these tall walls. Prison walls.
and I was telling that because they live in absolute poverty and the government doesn't deal with them. They transport it. You know, so the Indian them going to work, the train,
Train, man, yeah, man. On top of
more,
the train,
more people outside of the train than were in the train.
on top of the train, the side. Oh my God.
And they live close. There's no space. So if one person catch corona in that half of this India, the entire block catch corona.
Especially in the populated cities, the
Yeah, man.
Mumbai and you know. I mean, there's a huge disparity.
Yeah, man, between the have and the have not in India. Very huge. There's no middle ground, you know. And
But
it's a situation where when we look at India, what India can provide as one of those, you know, first world, should be a first world. But I can't see India as a first world country with that disparity. Can't see it.
no,
They have to fix that.
I mean,
Brazil is another country with that disparity.
yeah, they must fix the GDP.
Brazil has that same problem. The wealth or the wealth spread.
And
You
this
know?
spread for that Brazil is mostly black.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not the face of the country. That's not the face of politics.
No. They're not a representation.
I've never seen a black, truly black. Let me look it up.
Pele tried that politics, right?
Eh?
Pele tried that politics in Brazil.
I believe he did.
And as great as he was, and Rivera as he is, I don't think they would give him a chance in Brazil. But our topic is affairs of the art, not race. But everything is in that way. So it's easily to.
We did touch on class.
It's easy.
And
It's easy
race.
to examples, you know, real life examples, you know. So we're not stray too far. We're not stray, we're stray. Everything connected, you know. So class and status. And we'll just sum up that it can work, it does work, but one has to go in it with open mind and know yourself. Yeah. No matter where you come from. If you have ambition, you can always, and hey, yo, get a man them, especially the man them. They're not fear for checking anybody, you know. Them, yo, you know what? You know, say you should have live in a ghetto. If you live in a ghetto, you know so shy. Trust me. If you live in a art and get up and grow in the ghetto, yeah, man. Man would have push you to that. Say, yo,
Brethren, what are them, man? All right, my born in the ghetto.
yeah, but Mr. Grow. You can't buy anywhere, no. You can't buy anywhere. But all your culture. If you're the culture in the ghetto, man.
No, but all right, where we grew up, where you and I grew up, on the same street.
Yeah. And
we had upper middle class and lower middle class.
yeah.
We grew up with people who came from the ghetto. Man come from out of Rockford there. Or man come from out of Hannatown.
People rising people. Yeah.
Yeah, but they had the same mentality. Them still do the same thing to us. Oh, brethren, you forget chase them? Soft! Oh! Boost your few things. Are the same thing. We just never live in our boat shack.
You know what happened? If you live in the boat shack, I would have one set of family I pressure you. I would have all set of family I pressure you.
No, but not necessarily. Cause you can't live in the ghetto and shelter, you know.
Yeah, yeah, we spoke of that. We open with that, you know.
Yeah, you can't even get unsheltered. You know, but
But
we experienced that with a man there on the avenue.
yeah,
And then when they full blown, they may live on Toronto Avenue. But a
but
Rockford them grow. Or a Hannahtown them grow. And then family just have a little money and is able to buy a house uptown there.
mhm.
But you couldn't tell them and say them uptown, man. You couldn't. If you tell them, yo, that would be blasphemous. You say them on the uptown, them on the get, them on the tell them I get to man. And then anytime they can't go, they can't walk anywhere Rockford or anywhere Hannahtown.
So, on the topic of class, money can't buy class.
Ah. And up to the day.
No class.
No, well, me not say man that, but the man might see a man them. Like myself, yeah. See, like me and you, we're seeing, we're just seeing from,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
we're not
yeah,
acting better than nobody.
yeah. But we can't see the difference. No, I'm not telling a lie. People can always bury their head in a stand like ostrich. We not here. From then to now, we can see differences of how people relate.
Yeah.
Yeah, how people relate, and we can see values, and we can see a lot of things. We accept it because we're bridging them. But even though we can look back and still accept it, but we know the difference. We know how not to let them influence we in a certain thing because we know how them roll. Them not have to do it. Them still do it because of them background. They move out of the ghetto, but them art is still and action is still and them dealings with still, them
But
outlook is still,
they
yeah,
get to move out of them.
never move out. Never move out. So we can't lie to ourselves. We know them our brethren. Our brethren them. Uh, our brethren, our family. Our
Yeah.
family. We spend a lot of time with them and them never change with. Them pressure with. And we get what for pressure. We get
I mean,
what.
it's just part of growing up back then for us, for peer pressure.
If you can't be like them are going to pressure you.
The man I got carried you too.
Yeah. So the man they can't power with because them man they can't do this and them man they not do that. So them man they can't power with them. But I say, cool. Can't power with them, can't power with them.
I get nickname. When the man if you get nickname,
I'm not going to force myself and change myself. You know. There are certain things where we do outside of my mother teach it, but there are certain things that we not do outside of my mother teach
you have to know right from wrong, you know.
it. Yeah. And even some of the wrong them I go do outside of your mother teach it. It not deviate too far from it. I mean,
Right.
there are certain things we're just not going to do.
And the wrong way gonna get you in trouble either. I was in trouble when I'm not talk with the parents, I talk with the law. You know?
Yeah, we're not do the law thing. We're not do that part that we're not go. You understand me? But the girls thing, yeah, we will step out of line with the girls. Despite the warning.
Every day. Every single day. All day long. From a woman involved, remember, you could have deal.
When it comes to affairs of the heart, it's hard for parents direct you and lead you on. Because my mother, for a very long time, thought that I was very obedient. When it comes
If she ever know.
why I answer? Ann? Why I answer?
If she ever know. Woo.
But you know, no, but my sister find out it. Some things for that one, and she was very
Eventually.
yeah, and she was very disappointed and heartbroken because she said she sit and she talk and she stare and she discourage and you look like you understand. And for a long time, she thought that you were being obedient and you're observing the protocol. And the protocol was thrown through the window from day zero. And it was all pretense, you know.
Nothing was followed.
But on the other things, the other valid thing, now I get in trouble with the law.
Remember,
key.
Remember now, if you go stray, a woman are gonna cause it.
Only that.
Woman.
Only that.
Woman could do anything.
Only the little fractal them have a heart. Only the little fractal can make a drop a mother teaching. Only fractal, you know. The little boy them from songs with them hard talk and them bad talk and them mouthing.
That no matter. That no matter.
But when it comes to affairs of heart, we are losers.
Yes, man. Big time. Big time.
Losers. And losers to the point that in 1988, September 1988, anytime after the 12th of September 1988, you know, that's when Mr. This fractal thing can get serious.
But you're not going to tell the story there, right?
No, I'm not. I'm going to talk around this stuff. But, but there's a lesson in the story.
People.
More you follow me with the lesson.
All right.
Because a fractal, you know, but certain fractal can do problem with the law. And once law, I got come in it and we are going to job sack and I said, no, me not think so. Mommy approve of this. No. We are go back to mommy. May I go back to my mommy teaching. And
all I can say.
Okay, we did. Follow up here in this guideline. Yeah, yeah.
God is good.
All the time. All the time, God is good, because if we never have some values, trust me, if we never have some values,
no, but brethren, we know what a skirt around it, you know.
Yeah.
However, judgment went out the door that night.
But we regain it.
After we were scared shit. We regained
we regained it.
Yeah.
We never fight it. You know, we get scared. No, I'm gonna make that point here. I'm gonna listen if I true metal. We get scared because we have some deep-seated values.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, but we I mean, men with no value would have pushed the issue.
Of course. Pursue it. Yeah, man.
But for us, all it took was one instance.
I said, you know what? Better we go yard.
Yeah, we're going to leave this alone.
But we leave this alone. Yeah, man.
And our thing is, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Mr. Man up there. Where I shine the light.
Thank God for praying parents.
Oh, and that was one and only time.
You come close.
Yeah.
And it was a week, and I'm not saying there was a lesson in it.
Was that a week?
Yeah, man.
Because I remember I used to work at the Supreme Court, right? As a court clerk. We go court. I'm working at civil registry, right? And one Friday night, you know, on party, I'm a brethren shop, father shop, Apache City. Right? Did I drink juice and ray. And some youth were living in the area. About 4 of them, always bar. Them come through and heal them up, and I never know them, but I know them for heal up. Because it would be a Friday night thing to go. I'm bridging for that shop, you know.
And those lime, some of the lime.
Yeah, music I play and ray, you know. And I don't know how long after, if it was a week after or what. Call it about a week after. Me walk down the corridor go court. Right? And so when you had both civil and criminal registry in one building and a court of appeal in the same we're all in the same building. You know. No, and what's on look up? And see them bringing prisoner them to court. I'm gonna go so I walk past and do a double take and look back and I say, "Boy, so there four man, let me see. Let me see that party. Let me know a week ago.
A week ago, yeah.
I say, blood. I say, what go on? Now, I worked in civil registry, not in criminal registry. So I could not go and get information because you know when people think say you're up to anything, unscrupulous. So I call my brother and say, yo, guess who I just say? Ray. I must say, yeah. The man them no battery a girl. And our father police too.
Mm.
I said, Jesus. And chances are it was a rape. But police, she's probably underage.
What the law say, once you're underage, it's statutory rape, even, you know. So
yeah, she was probably underage too.
yeah. So man, them have criminal
so the father got a pressure her to say rape if she's not underage. And I said, oh my God. Me know the man them. When I chat for rape.
But that couldn't happen to you. As you have deep-seated, rooted values that would deter you from being a member of that gang.
No, sir. No means no.
That member, you will not be a member of that cell.
No, sir. And me, I know man now batch nobody. That me that do it as a teenager, yeah. But I still know say it have to be consensual. It have to be yes. But as a grown man, me and no three man now have sex with one woman.
Can I argue that?
Worse. You worry about AIDS and all them thing there.
Values cause that. And when you have values, you make, and that's all Christian upbringing. You can rap back one, build conscience. The only good thing being conscience. You know, aware of it, until your jaw feet, That's I think about it, You're not aware of where your life take you from youngster come straight through until I start as adult and parent and my husband. You start job on certain things at the workplace. Yeah, job on certain. So why am I say no? Why am I different from the man then? I start look back and say, okay, because I can drop on some instance in my childhood. But make me make decision today.
Right.
And that Gilbert period, I one of them. You understand me?
Live and learn.
Yeah. And that relationship with the trio what we talked about earlier. And one of them, what me go after, the looks and never busy about the character. And when the character surface and overwhelm me, it was a teaching moment.
Yeah.
And me learn. So when me start go, that the character now. I don't take some little outside look thing. It have to go over the outside thing, but predominantly me I go at the character, dig at the character, find out who you, because me have that experience as a teenager. You understand me?
Right.
So, I have used those teachable moments as a teenager, and build me, craft me, and I've utilized it throughout my life. Now, not perfectly, but at least you're there. So we encourage everybody, especially the youngsters. But you have some big people, sadly to say, when I learn nothing from 20 years earlier, 30 years ago, then they learn nothing.
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 They're
The
still
cycle,
not.
same cycle,
They're not mentally mature.
same cycle. And if you step every decade of your past, you see the same thing pop up in this every decade. Same steps. No
But
course, no adjustment, no make.
I think those people don't learn from the mistake. Those people who make the same mistake over and over and expect a different result, I think those people are narcissistic and selfish.
But they're hurting themselves.
So
So
they are, but they're so set in their ways. It's all about them.
and they make the excuse that it's the other person's fault.
Other person, always other person. Yeah,
That's why. Yeah. So you have nothing to change. Because it's not my fault.
not my fault.
Selection in men, especially women, poor, the constant poor selection in men, selecting men for the wrong reason, and the wrong reason is always the same reason. When you look back, it's the same reason. Same reason. Every single relationship is the same reason. And you know from the day one that it wrong, day two that it wrong, day three that it wrong, day four. And you're not changing the reason. You're not changing the reason why
Still,
you fought the person.
So, is there a right or wrong way to choose a partner?
There's no absolute way. In summarizing, there's no absolute way, but I think we can agree that one, take it to consideration. Take it into consideration. Give it some deep thought. Not shallow thought. Give it some deep thought. Long period of time. Don't rush in it. Find out you first. Who am I?
Yeah, know yourself.
What I want. What am I looking for? And when you get those things, Pat, quiz the person. Find out them background. See if them compatible. How much they compatible. What percentage? Give yourself a percentage. If them 70% me, 80% me, or whatever. But diversity is good and it's good for balancing. So you don't want an exact replica of you.
So I'm going to ask you a question. Do you think, because no one can truly know a person,
And only that person can know themselves.
Right. So, but do you think it's important or necessary for a couple to live together before they get married?
You and I have done it. Yeah, I have done it. More me than you. I only had 6 months.
Yes.
I had 6 months. Courtship, then 6 months living together, then marriage.
Is there any value?
Yes. It's not Christian-like, but there's value. And no Christian can tell me otherwise. We know it's value. It's not the ideal thing, but it is valuable.
It is value. I think before you get married to someone, you should know that person. You're not going to know everything about it, but I think you should live together. So you learn
other ways.
Yeah.
But you know otherwise.
When I said to know me is to live with me.
Yeah, and to live with me is to know me.
Right. So, and I think people should have sex before marriage.
It doesn't feel that are coming. It feels that one they are coming. When we're going and live together, thing, it must go. I mean,
Yes.
2 people live together and that
right.
was It comes hand in hand. But what is the
They
value?
should
What is the value of the sex?
after sex.
Even if you don't live together, you said you should have sex before marriage. Even if you don't live together.
Even if they live together.
What is the value in that?
Value that is making sure the person is you're compatible with a person sexually.
Compatible sexually. Yeah. And it's for both sides. It's not for the male, you know.
Both sides.
Both sides.
It's important. And I don't understand why this is an issue in any relationship. You know what I'm saying? Listen, man, when you get together with a man or a woman, the only way you can truly know your partner and be sexually satisfied is if you communicate with that person. Let the person know what you like, what you don't like. 'Cause we're all different. We're all different. Right? Some women like that. Eh?
Most of the time the woman wants us to discover it without she, communicate it to us.
Yeah, but listen, man.
It's changing now in the modern dispensation. But originally, the man supposed to be this great discoverer, and him supposed to try this and try that, and I get that say do this and do that. Me like this and you know what?
Tell the man what you like. Don't let him try to discover it. He's not Christopher Columbus. He's not a discoverer. All right, your body is very complex. All right, don't make the man try to figure it out. It will take him years to figure it out.
You get frustrated.
Yes. Me, I have no problem if you tell me, say, no, do it the way, or do this, continue doing that. It feels good, Me, not a problem with that. I want to know who you are in and out.
It's another level. It's another level of communication.
Yes. Talk to me.
Yeah.
Tell me. And man,
then you let us. Yeah.
Man, don't be afraid to ask at the same time. Is this okay? You want to try something different? Did you climax? Ask a woman she climax before you climax. Let me tell you this. Before me climax, I was asking her, you come? And if you tell me say you come, me coming too. But me always ask.
But then right back at you.
Yeah, me always ask. So don't lie to me no. Do not lie. Me no want you do me no favor. Don't lie to me. If you not come, say you not come. Because if you tell me say you come and ask. You say you come yet? Because it's very important to me that you come. Right?
It's very important to be honest.
And yeah. And if you tell me say yes, guess what? Me coming. Because you say yes, you come. So don't lie. Just be honest with it. Communication is so key.
But this what you say, but you should have know, you don't know when woman come, but you should not ask.
You cannot know. Every woman is different. Some people make nice them scream, oh, me come, Jesus. Oh God. And then go in the tongues. While some woman
silence. Total silence. Some people body does shake in silence.
Shiver,
some people
them shiver like earthquake. Woo!
Help him, Lord.
We are all different.
Yeah.
I feel a guess. You know what? I feel a guess. It shouldn't be a guessing game. You're grown people. You should be comfortable with your body. There should be no shame in sex.
But you're inexperienced. You should have known this by now if you're so experienced.
No two women are alike.
How long man you there? You know, supposed to know this by now.
So that borders on ignorance. That borders on ignorance. No two women are the same. No, can you imagine if when you treat it the same when I come and treat the last girl? You're gonna say, but we're not the same. We're different. You can't treat me like how you treat she. You know, everybody make different. You know, some women come quickly when you're on their back. Some come quickly when they're doing doggy style. Depends on how your uterus is shaped. You know, that is important.
And some don't come none at all.
Some don't come none at all. They could have worked till the Nike don't come.
That, as counter science, is the higher percentage.
So
Won't come during sexual intercourse.
right.
Conventional sexual intercourse.
Some women
Those
as I
won't.
touch them, as I touch them, they went to the place.
Mhm.
So when they have to work.
So it's important to know what makes your partner come. You know, foreplay, long foreplay before sexual intercourse works for some. Some of them even go beyond that. You have to do the foreplay over the phone. From this morning, you start to put the
Get her in
moon
a mood
there and have her think about it the whole of the time of work and anticipate. If it not work that way, then it not gonna work.
and make
It's
sure
a lot
make sure you don't piss her. Make sure you don't piss her off. Because if you piss her off, the mood break.
instant. Instant. Now come back, I could have preached like Paul. It
Oh God.
back. It gone today. And it might gone for the whole week.
Weak. She piss at you. Now you have to work extra hard to reel her in and get her back in that mood and frame of mind.
Gone back to
So,
your coach. Your courtship days, you start by chocolate, the things that you like, engage back in a conversation that stimulates, all of that you have to go back to the drawing board.
and because men are easy. We're not complicated human. We're not complicated beings. We are simple, simple people. Simple.
The thought could be complicated. Somebody have to be easy and somebody have to be complicated.
That's
And
what
if
I'm
you
saying.
have
We
the
are
idea,
so simple. Don't be difficult. You know, don't be
once you're willing, a man is good. As simple as that.
simple.
We don't have no other hidden agenda. Once you are willing, we are good. That's it. Nothing else.
You ever see someone sleep with some woman?
Everybody has
Eh?
nothing. Never promise nothing. You never build up nothing. None of them something. Nothing that problem.
You ever see someone talk to some woman and say, but Jesus Christ, why? Why him see her? She just
She probably just say yes. She don't probably just say yes. Yes is fair language. And it just like a woman will say yes. In not like a complicated woman. She's not complicated. She just loves say yes. And once she loves say yes, good.
or she just have a nice shape.
But she have to say yes with it. But she have to say
No, she
yes with
said
it.
no, she said yes.
Yeah. But you have to work hard. Not every woman make you work hard. Not every one of them. But in general, prepare to work. Especially when you get married.
Yeah. It's a work. It's a work. It's work. Not that it's bad work, but it's a work. You can't just leave the relationship to and expect it to foster and grow when you did not fertilize it or water it or take care of it or give it
Oh,
some
bro.
sunlight.
What Junior Gang say? Phase after art. Together we grow.
Yeah. There's a bond.
Yeah. And to wrap it up, maturity changes come. No two human being can be the same from start to finish. In life, sometimes we grow apart, sometimes, and the apart varies between relationships. Some are more distant than other. But this constant parallel thing is impossible. Don't expect it. Our path can cross. Sometimes it have a V, but rarely it goes parallel because our personality will change and our outlook and perspective will change. And it's not necessarily going to be the same as the person that we met when we were 20. By the time we reach 40, by the time we reach 40, it's too different. It's not the 20-year-old that you saw. I'm married. That is 40 today. You know? So a lot of compromising have to go on, a lot of adjustment have to go on, and you constantly have to be tweaking, accepting. And that's all the thing.
Right, work.
Yeah. So once you have a realistic view and preparation, and you will have a successful, you know. So it can work. It has worked for many. And yeah, but how we get to a successful and give yourself a chance to be successful is to prepare a realistic outlook and be always willing and conscious to work.
And compromise.
So that's where we leave the affairs of the heart and relationship issues from start and till death do us part. Oh, you like that? From start to death do us part.
Exactly, sir.
From the preparation stage when you were single and knowing yourself to when you're living a life together as grandparents in people. So how you do it, and you can't tell them, oh, Uno do it, but
right.
You're doing can't be nobody is doing. You know, trust me, you're doing can't be nobody. Everybody have their own experience, their own journey. You know, so
and people have to make mistakes to grow in order to grow.
Yeah,
you know,
missteps have to be a part of the equation. You know, for us to know not what to do, what doesn't work, what we need to work on. You know, because we are weak here, and because we fall here, we know that we are weak here, and we work on what we're weak here. All of that is a part of it. So that's where we're gonna leave you tonight. Today, another episode on Teach and the Prof. He has promised we're always gonna bring you food for thought, something that we're not telling you, hey, this is the way, but at least you can gather something from it and walk away with something from it. And yeah, man, it's just sharing, you know. So until next time, remember, where am I them say? What them for do again?
Please remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever we drop a video. All right, make it easy on yourself,
and just help us to grow and reach more people. If you think that this program has brought you some value and is worthy to reach more people, you know, tell a friend about it, man.
Yeah, man. Tell a friend.
And make a friend and a friend, and we'll grow. And
also check out our Facebook page and Instagram page as well.
Same angle, Teach and the Prof. So until next time, this is Teach.
This is Prof. All right. Night all.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment
and hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.